What's up, old man crew? It's the League Dad, and I'm excited to make this announcement video. I just wanted to say that we are doing this restructuring for one big reason, and that's to get back to that feeling of having a community where it felt like you were part of a family. It was a small, intimate type of feeling, and that's basically why the Old Man Crew was formed. And as we've gotten bigger, we've gone through growing pains, and not by intention, but we've seen to kind of move away from that type of feeling and become more of like an organization. And I definitely don't want that to happen. I want us to have that same type of feeling as when we first started, of being part of a family. So hopefully this restructure will accomplish that, but at the same time, still put you in an environment where you can utilize the size of our community so that you can network with other streamers and connect with other people out there. And so we want to accomplish both things at once, and we think this will do just that. So in this graphic right here, I wanted to illustrate how our community is going to be broken down. So the square represents the entire Old Man crew, and within the community, we're going to be broken down into three smaller crews, right? So traditionally we have at least 10 crews going on, but now we've condensed everything into just 3 crews. So what that means is that each crew is going to have about 80 to 100 people. And I know you might be thinking, well, that's a lot of people. That's going to just feel like, a number, and it's a big group of people. How are we ever going to connect? Well, I'm glad you asked that, or I'm glad you had that thinking in your mind. So what we're going to do is within each of these crews, you're going to be broken up into teams, right? And each team is going to be consisting of 5 to 10 people, and we'll have a team leader. So what that means is that you will be surrounded by an immediate group of 5 to 10 people. You'll have your own private group DM, which will be managed by your team leader, and you'll be able to really talk and connect with the other people in your team. You'll be able to exchange Twitch links and Twitter links and Instagram or YouTube links. But not only that, your team leader may decide that you guys can form a Twitter group, and you can share your tweets through that and be able to support each other through that avenue. But your team leader has been given a lot of autonomy to run the team how it really wants to run. So if you guys vote for one thing, you could do that. If you vote for another thing, you can do that. But we want to give you the opportunity to be placed in a small group, which is going to be your team, and be able to have that be your first group of people, be your family. So you'll really be able to connect with those people. Now, for those of you who want to network with a larger group of people, this is where your crew comes into play, because each crew will have about 80 to 100 members, and with each team being about 5 to 10 members, that means there's going to be about 8 to 10 teams within each crew. So within your crew chat, you'll be able to mingle with other team members. You'll be able to mingle with other members from different teams. You'll be able to find people outside of your immediate team to network and grow with. So if that's the type of person you are and you want to branch out and just talk to as many people as possible, then you'll still be able to do that because you have a crew of about 80 to 100 people all to talk to. This will keep the crew chat active because there's so many people, and it'll allow you to branch out outside of your team if you want to do that. But if you don't, if you want to stick to just your team, then you also can have that option available to you as well. So your team will be your first and foremost family, and you can think of your crew as kind of like your extended family, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your third cousins, your distant relatives you've never met. And the crew chat will be where you guys can mingle. So that's how we wanted to structure it, so that we can hopefully accomplish both things with that. And hopefully that will be a great environment for both types of people who want to stay small or people that want to really branch out and meet new people. So that's how we're going to restructure it. We are in the process of assigning members, current members, to team leaders. And we plan to fully launch this by this Friday. And the date of that will be the 14th. So if you haven't watched this, or you're just watching it and it's like the 13th, don't be surprised if on the 14th you see different roles assigned to you and you're in a totally different chat, because everything will go live on Friday, June 14th. But if you have any questions, talk to your current crew leader, because they've been informed of all of this, so they will be able to answer your questions. But I just wanted to give you some transparency as to how we're moving forward. Now, with that said, let me move on to a little bit of transparency as to what your team leaders and you as a team member, what your roles and expectations are. So for team leaders, they're going to create direct and personal relationships with you guys, the members. Their task is to really make sure everyone is engaged. For new people, making sure they feel welcome, and just to keep the chat going, making sure everybody feels like they're included. And that's going to be their biggest responsibility. They're also going to be tasked with making sure that people in there are active, making sure that the members are checking in at least once or twice a week, and that way we know that there's only active people within each team, and they'll be reporting to a corresponding legend so that we can provide feedback, give reports, and make sure that your teams are only filled with active people. And again, they can create group DMs for you guys. They can also, if your group decides that they want to do this, they can create a Twitter group as well. But they're there for you. They're there to kind of keep things moving. And so if you have any immediate questions, they're your first point of contact. Now, as a team member, your expectation is that you're actively building relationships with other members in your team. That is the first and foremost focus. That is the only real expectation that we have of you as a team member. Talk to your teammates, get to know them, actively engage with them, support them. And that's it. As long as you're doing that, then you are perfectly fine and you are more than welcome to stay within a team. But if you can't be active, or real life schedule gets in the way, then let your team member know, and we can easily move you out and then move you back in at a later time if things clear up. So you don't have to participate in Twitter groups if you don't want to. You can participate in as much or as little activities that they provide for you. However, you just must stay engaged and at least tell your team leaders if you're going to be inactive for a little bit, or if you're going on vacation, or you're taking a break from streaming. It's your responsibility as a member to let them know. That way they can just keep a heads up for the entire team. So that's it basically for you as a team member, is just be active, engage with your team. And if you want to, the next option is that you can engage with your crew members. Again, that's not mandatory, but if you would like to branch out, then you have your crew channel to engage with other people within your crew so that you can meet more people if that's something you want to do. All right, so that's a long-winded video, but I wanted to make sure that I got out every possible detail that I could. And I think that's pretty much everything that I can think of. But until then, if you have any questions, like I said, let your crew leader know and they can answer it for you, or if not, they will get you the answer. So thank you again for being patient. I hope this change is positive. I hope it excites you. It's excited all of us in the leadership, and we're really looking forward to moving ahead as a community. So take care and have a great day.